Hello and welcome to this series of video blogs. This is our eighth video blog. Our topic for today is Wikibooks, wikis, Wikipedians, and collaborative learning. So, what are we talking about? The notion of collaborative learning is an emerging trend these days, and actually in higher education and in K-12. So it's not just a higher education trend. We are looking into many aspects of how to use the exploding technology of wikis in our education and in our courses. And this week was a bit change. We met early morning, so it was a difference. Also, it was an intensive 3 hours of research presentations. We had about 4 presentations of studies that has been done by Dr. Bank and a couple of his colleagues. So what I'm going to be doing today is that I'm going to focus on the one that I really thought met my needs about what I wanted to know about wikis and wikibooks and how to use them in a collaborative approach. This one is called Teaching Innovations on Wikis, Practices and Perspectives of Elementary School Teachers. Now, before I start, even though it says elementary school teachers, I gotta say I think it works for all other educational setting, whether it's middle school, high school, even college. If you know just how to tweak it in a way that would suit your own needs. In this study, Dr. Bank and Dr. Lee and Dr. Len, they wanted to know how the wikis are implemented into these kind of classrooms, and what kind of motivations, what kind of beliefs that the teachers had when they wanted to do this implementation. Also, they wanted to know how do teachers, students, and parents participated in these wikis, and what kind of advantages, disadvantages happened within this kind of collaborative environment. Dr. Bank explained to us their methodology and everything, so I won't go into that. I just want to touch on the findings because that's what's really interests me. So they found that there are a couple of challenges when you want to integrate wikis into your classroom, and these challenges tend to fluctuate between elementary schools and university levels classrooms, but still they are all there in a way or another. Well, the main issue that they found that there is a lack of time with all the activities that is going on in the classroom and all the management that has to be done. There is not enough time to use the wikis to their full extent. The insufficient time for the teacher and the students to use the wikis and to answer to each other and reply and take feedback and go in a rich environment is hindering the benefits of integrating wikis into classrooms. Another issue is that a lot of teachers indicate that they don't have the sufficient technology facilities that they need in order to use wikis in a right way. They always seem to have either lack of computer stations or lack of students' knowledge about how to use the technology, or sometimes technical support come into place, and teachers had to spend enormous time just trying to fix something simple with the computers to get them to work, and that even though it seems simple, but these kind of problems always tend to take so much time that the overall process end up in a not so efficient way. In the same study also they found that there are a couple of benefits for the children in these classrooms. Children are more familiar with the technology. As they interact with it, they are learning about it, they are learning how to use it, and they're using it hands-on. So the skills they acquired during these Wikis collaboration classrooms are, I think, granted for life. They will never forget them. Also, they found that wikis and Wikibooks and this whole kind of collaborative learning tend to foster some collaboration skills, and they have to do some sharing and doing these skills into action and practicing them in their classrooms tend to strengthen the kind of skills and make us give the students a better understanding of what is collaboration means. An interesting finding that they talked about is that it gives students more motivation to learn, and that is actually, I think, is a big thing for me, because I always had trouble finding motivations for students. But in these collaborative environments, students are really finding the kind of motivation that trigger them to go out there and participate and learn and practice whatever they want to learn. So that's a good thing, I think. Another benefit for the teaching process is that students are sharing their learning and knowledge, and that is really encouraged through participation. So that is really something interesting to see. Improving, and a final benefit for teaching is that by sharing their ideas and techniques, teachers who are participating in these classrooms, they are enriching each other repertoire of skills and how to use these kind of how to use wikis and the collaborative environment. Teachers, since we're talking about teachers, they found that that this kind of teaching, this kind of model, is not as boring as the old ones, according to the studies. So that's something good. As long as we get to see that the teachers and the students motivated, that's a win-win situation. They found that this is a learning revolution, that new things are happening, and students and teachers are interaction much more, and they are more actively engaged in the process. They found also it's an important factor in retention and motivation for the learning process. Integrating wikis and collaborative learning environments into the classroom helped in, according to the study, helped in retaining the number of students either interested in the course, maintaining attendance, and gaining a better perspective of the content of the classroom, which is really great, I think. And the last one was that this kind of collaborative learning helps teachers and instructors improve their professional growth and contribute to their newly acquired skills, and help them explore other areas of technology that they thought it's going to be hard to use, but with this simple and free tool, a lot of other activities can be brought into the classroom. So this study is really helpful in my opinion, because it has some hands-on and applicable feedback for the teachers and the students who want to use collaborative and wikis. The other studies that we had was also really interesting. Implementation of challenges and future plans of social learning in the workplace, and also we had the tension of transformation in cross-institutional Wikibooks, creation, critique, and collaboration. Both of these are really great studies, but this one, the one I just talked about, is really more of a hands-on, applicable feedback that a teacher can use in integrating Wikibooks. However, that brings two issues into my mind. The first one is that still, even though wikis are free, there are a lot of aspects attached to using wikis and Wikibooks, including technical aspects, copyrights that you should teach the students, not just go out there and copy what's out there and post it to their wikis, aspects of how accessible their wikis are from home, from other than the school, because they are not going to be at school all the time, and wikis really need, as I mentioned, a lot of time of to maintain them. So if they can't access them at home, that's a big issue in my opinion. Another issue is that parents' involvement in these wikis, as the study mentioned, is a good thing. However, I'm a little concerned about like privacy issues when like parents get involved with a whole classroom project, and they tend to like see what everyone is doing in the classroom. I wonder if there's maybe a setting that can adjust like parent to like see their own child like progress and development within this wiki project or this collaborative environment, not to have everyone work exposed to all other parents, which I don't know, maybe an issue or not. Well, I think we'll discuss that in the feedback. So 2 points to take from this week video blog. Wikibooks and collaborative learning are really interesting ways of improving our students' motivations and level of contribution to their own learning. Some students actually started their own wikis, and they have their own like blogs, with it almost seems like a wiki, but they sure tend to be mastering the skill. Another issue is that Dr. Bank and his colleagues, they are really providing us with interesting take on the whole collaborative learning, and I spent a lot of time actually going through just the PowerPoint of these presentations, but each one presents a really nice and new take on what should be done within the area of collaborative learning. Thank you so much. See you next time.